Are you wondering what's happening in the Columbus, Ohio real estate market the first half of 2023? Well, in this video, I'm going to break down what's going on in our market, where I think it's going, and how to prepare for it. And it all starts right now. So let's go! If you're new to my channel, my name is Mark Van Stein. I make videos about real estate and what it's like living here in Columbus, Ohio. And we are living in some pretty crazy real estate times right now. If you're moving or relocating to Columbus or looking for some advice on how to deal with this nutty market, give me a call. I've been a full-time real estate agent for almost 2 decades now and would be happy to assist. You can shoot me a text, call me, email me, however you want to reach out. I'm more than happy to help and pretty easy to find. I really didn't believe halfway through 2023 that we would be right back where we were almost a year ago. Last June at this time was the height of our real estate market, and then rates started to rise. Through the last quarter of 2022, our market in Columbus really leveled out and actually dipped a little bit. Then we turned the corner over into 2023, and we were right back into a seller's market again. So the big question is why? Well, it's simply a lack of inventory, that old simple rule of supply and demand. Even with the higher rates, it's still much more demand in Columbus than there is supply, especially for homes that are in good areas and in good condition. The question I often get asked is, where has all the supply gone? Quite frankly, the rates being as low as they were the last year or so really hurt our real estate market. When the rates dipped to the lowest point in history, everybody refinanced into these 2.5% and 3.5% interest rates, which we're probably going to learn is going to be a rate of a lifetime. So everyone has these amazing low interest rates on their primary home. I mean, the Federal Reserve keeping rates as low as they did for as long as they did really strangled our real estate market. I know that might sound harsh, but that's exactly what I mean. Well, for 18 months, we had incredibly low rates, really too low. And so let's look at the results of keeping rates that low from a couple different perspectives. As of April 2023, nearly 2/3 of primary mortgages had an interest rate below 4%, according to Black Knight. 3/4 of those are fixed for 30 years. These super low rates are making people reluctant to move, whether they have a growing family and they don't have enough bedrooms, or they're aging homeowners without enough space. It's also dissuading people from moving or relocating to Columbus. Some people that wanted to move in 20 or 23 have totally shelved their plans. This lack of inventory is the main reason why home prices in Columbus haven't fallen that much, even though higher mortgage rates have pushed a lot of buyers out of the market altogether. A healthy housing market in Columbus has between 5 and 6 months supply of inventory. What that means is that if no new homes came on the market, it would take between 5 and 6 months to sell all the homes currently available. Well, the existing home market, which makes up most of our market in Columbus, is about 1 month supply of inventory. Just to give you an idea of how bad it is. Let's look at 3 different scenarios so you can get a better understanding of why this is occurring. First are the sellers trying to downsize. They probably live in their home for 15 to 20 years. It might even be paid off and their children might be gone, so it's time to downsize. What they can't come to grips with is that downsizing to a home that might be a quarter or a third of the size of the one they're currently living in, and may have to pay more money for it. So many of them are saying, you know what, I would love, yes, I'm living in a house that's way too big and I would love to downsize, but it just doesn't make any sense for me to pay for more money for a home that's going to be, a quarter of the size of the one I'm living in when I don't have to move. The second is the move up buyer. They might be living in the first home they bought, or maybe it's even their second. They could have started a family and are getting squeezed out of their current home. They need another bedroom, maybe it's another bathroom or a bigger lot, or maybe even to move into a better school district. They're reluctant to move because they refinanced within the last 18 months at this incredibly low affordable rate. And though it would be great to move, financially it just doesn't make any sense. Yes, they could sell their home and make more money than they could maybe a couple of years ago, but everything across the board has gotten more expensive. Then you compound in the fact that they'd be paying a higher mortgage rate and they're just deciding to stay put. Yes, all of the things I just mentioned would be nice, the extra bedrooms and bathrooms, but financially it just doesn't make any sense to them. Lastly are the people that have to move or relocate to our market. They're relocating to Columbus for a new job, or maybe it's closer to be around family, and they're in a position where they have to purchase something or consider renting. I'm working with some of those buyers right now, and it's really difficult. There currently just isn't enough inventory on the market because of this bottleneck that I described. Homes are being bid up tens, sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars over list price, and selling in neighborhoods at price points I didn't think they would ever see. And even worse, people are resorting to things like removing inspection clauses, which I would never ever recommend that you do under any circumstance. But unfortunately, because of the way the market is, it's happening. Where is all this going? I'm not sure, but unless there's some sort of greater economic collapse, things are not going to change in the near future. Rates aren't going to be coming down anytime soon. The government's just starting to get a handle on inflation. And supply isn't going to substantially increase because of the factors that I've already discussed in this video. If you're selling a home, congratulations. It's kind of like hitting the lottery. If you're a buyer, you're really stuck between a rock and a hard place because 18 months from now, when Intel really starts hiring, there's just going to be more buyers in our market and more competition. I know that isn't good news for some of you, especially if you are relocating or planning on relocating to Columbus. But if you've watched any of the other videos on this channel, you know that I tell it like it is and I don't sugarcoat anything. If you need some help moving or relocating to Columbus, please reach out. You can give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. I'm pretty easy to find. I'm more than happy to help any way that I can. Until next time.